Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we have a split decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Tim Cheatham scores the bout 115 to 113 in favor of Guillermo Rigondeaux. Judge at ringside, Daniel Sandoval scores the bout 116 to 112 in favor of Jean-Riel Casmero. And our third judge, Robert Hoyle, scores the bout 117 to 111 in favor of the winner and still champion, Jean-Riel Cuadro Alas Casmero.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So Casmero, he gets the biggest win of his career against Guillermo Rigondeaux in a split decision win, a fight that could have easily went either way, in a fight where neither fighter landed double digits in any round. But I tell you guys right now, there's no doubt about it, this was Guillermo Rigondeaux's fight to lose. Because even though neither fighter threw a lot of punches, almost every single time Rigo let his hands go, he landed clean. In fact, he landed so clean that even when Rigo wasn't moving around, which he was moving around a lot in the fight, even when Rigo stood right in front of Casmero, a lot of times Cas wouldn't even throw punches back because he was so worried about getting countered. But by way of contrast, when Casmero did throw punches, he missed almost every punch that he threw. He was punching that air the whole night. Matter of fact, the best punch Casmero probably landed in the whole fight is when he hit Rigo when he was on the ground. In the second round, Casmero, he threw a barrage of punches. One cuffed Rigo over the back of the head and kind of pushed him down. And while Rigo was on the ground, Casmero, he threw like 3 punches and the last one landed clean. Now, once again, guys, this fight was a very, very close fight. And even though I know some people are going to say 2 of those scorecards, 116, 112, and 117, 111 was ridiculous, at the same time, I wouldn't complain too much about it because I'm going to tell you guys again, this was Rigo's fight to lose or win. I truly believe Rigo had a very, very good chance of stopping Casmero because he was so accurate and he punches with power. But he was so reluctant to let his hands go. In the first round, Rigo, he came out clearly won the first round. He was using his jab very effective as a rangefinder, which gave him the perfect opportunity to land a couple of great left hands. Rigo was doing exactly what his trainer told him to do in the first round. Keep the fight in the center of the ring. Stay off the ropes. You don't have to move that much. Just keep the fight in the center of the ring. But all of a sudden in the second round, when once again, Rigo, he hit the canvas from what wasn't a knockdown, but Casmero hit him with a clean good shot when he was on the ground. And after that, that's when Rigo started to move more. Now I'm gonna tell you guys something. Just like when you hear people say, when you're aggressive, it has to be effective aggression, right? Meaning you can't just be chasing people and not throwing any punches. Well, the same thing applies when you use foot movement. If you're using foot movement, it has to be effective foot movement. You can't just move around and not throw punches, right? And there was so many times where Casmero would throw punches and he would be off balance, he'll be leaping all over the place, and it was a perfect opportunity for Rigo to jump on Cas after he threw his punches. And Rigo was waiting too long. This is what makes Floyd Mayweather the greatest fighter in the sport. Because Floyd Mayweather, he could do both. He could either stand right in front of you and be effective landing punches, or he could move around the ring and be effective landing punches. Perfect example, when he fought the much bigger, much stronger and younger Canelo Alvarez. Floyd was an old, small man. Here he is standing right in front of this big man, right? And he's picking this man apart. When he fought against Diego Corrales, Floyd Mayweather, he used a lot of movement in that fight, but he beat the shit out of Diego Corrales and then stopped him while he was moving. They said Sugar Ray Robinson was the only fighter that could knock a man out while moving backwards. Well, Floyd Mayweather, he could do it as well. Guillermo Rigondeaux, he had so many opportunities to put on the best performance of his career. But for whatever reason, he was extremely reluctant to let his hands go. And the obvious reason is because he didn't want to get caught. But the funny thing is, both Rigondeaux and Cas, they were both worried about the same thing. Once again, when Rigondeaux wasn't moving and he stood right in front of Cas would just stand there and he wouldn't throw punches either. So they were both worried about getting caught with something. But it was only Rigondeaux that was landing punches when either one of them let their hands go. So Rigondeaux has nobody to blame but himself for losing this fight. But no doubt about it, you got to give Casmero credit because this is a huge win. You also have to give Rigondeaux a lot of credit because he's 40 years old and he fought against a guy who he said by his own admission, he didn't even know if Casmero was being tested during the fight or not, right? Coincidentally, this is the reason why the Donaire versus Casmero fight fell apart, because Casmero was taking too long to subject himself to testing, at least signed up for random testing. While Donaire was worried about this man possibly doping, Rigondeaux said, I don't care, as long as I know I'm clean. And he went in there and he chanced it. And these were the results. But now, Casmero, he moves on, and we got some big fights, man. We definitely have some big fights at 118. Hopefully the drug testing situation gets resolved so we can see Cas against Donaire, which would be a very explosive fight. And then the winner of that fight possibly going up against Inoue. These are all great fights at 118. But what I really would like to see is if Inoue, if he beats these guys, because he already beat Donaire, so if he beats these guys again, is he going to be willing to move up to 122 and go against Steve Fulton? Because that would be his biggest challenge by far. We've never seen Inoue go in there against a very athletic American slick boxer. But that'll be a little bit down the line anyway. Let's see what happens, guys. But congratulations to Casmero. That was a really big win for his career. And I look forward to seeing him against Donaire hopefully next. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called L'Eau de Qui Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to LODeQui.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram. Fellas, I've got some great news for you. If you've lost your hair or have a receding hairline, the time has come when you can finally get your hairline back through a process called scalp micropigmentation. So here's how it works. It's a hair tattoo that replicates the look of your hair follicles when you have fully shaved it down. So to get this hookup, make sure you follow and contact my man Scalp Carolinas on Instagram. Contact them at 704-499-3471 and make sure you follow them on Instagram.